What lies at the heart of homophobia?
Hate. I don't know. They just hate us. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I do not know why. I suspect that most people who hate us are terrified that they have homosexuality inside themselves, and that's their way of fighting against it. You know, you've got internal homophobia, self-respect. You know, nobody respects themselves. I mean, it's hard. Nobody likes their body. I mean, show me you got to live with it. It's just, you got to get beyond that somehow. It's not so much accepting yourself, it's just not thinking so much about it. So not so much being obsessed with yourself.
And just being yourself.
Just look at yourself and say, what don't I have that I want? Make a list and talk to your friends. Make your lists of what you want that you don't have. How can we get it? That's what activism is all about. Mm-hmm. We've got to stop looking to other people to save us. We each have to save ourselves, and in saving ourselves, we save each other. Yeah. I wish ACT UP still were here and that everybody belonged to an ACT UP chapter, just like so many people go to church every week. That was our church, somehow, our religion.
There are a lot of young people out there, and there are a lot of people newly diagnosed, and there are a lot of people that live in these pockets around the country who want to do something, and there's no place to put them. There's no place to direct them. There is no local ACT UP chapter for them. I think we have to solve that.
Well, you know, it's not all that. There's no secret. There's no magic formula. If there's a pocket and there's a bunch of people who want to get together, they should all get together and start their own little organization and then invite their friends and decide, as I said, make a list of what you want and go after it. You know, it only takes one person to hold up a poster outside of an enemy camp. In Reports from the Holocaust, my book, which is sort of hard to find now, I wrote a chapter, how do you become an activist? How do you start an organization? And it involves really to get your friends together and meet and say, okay, what do we want to do? And people will join you if they will, and if they won't, you still do it. Mm-hmm. But you will feel like you're doing something, and that's a good feeling.
You've used the media really well. I mean,
That comes from my experience in the movie business, many years of being in the movie business, and we really, ACT UP was about street theater much of the time, and it was Mickey and Judy putting on a show. I've always said that not-for-profits should hire movie publicists to do their PR, not all these, you know, snotty publicists who come out of not-for-profit, who were too frightened to be pushy. The media is your friend. It can be your friend, you know. I always said to everyone, become friends with reporters. When you become friends with them. If they don't know anything, teach them. You know, constantly you'd get a reporter on the other end of the phone who didn't know dipshit because they were new, or there was, you know, they're juggled around so much, and you were constantly being forced to give AIDS 101 all over again. Right. But you do it. And then you give them story ideas, and you keep in touch with them, and you get them on your side. You know, most of them are sympathetic to what's going on, and most of them have to fight the same battles inside their organizations that we have to fight on our own. So that's why it's better to be friends with them rather than antagonistic. You know, I'm proud of all my books, and they're my children and my organizations. I tend to think of them all as my kids, but right now I spend so much time worrying about this damn book, my 4,000-page novel.
Which, does it have a working title?
It's the title, The American People. It's the history of America, in America, of homosexuality. We have been here since day one. That, I guess, is my greatest interest right now, was somehow getting our history out there.